So the Chicago Bears are trading Justin Fields. It's just a matter of who and for what. They've already been reports of 3 teams that could be interested in acquiring his services. Which place makes the most sense to trade for Justin Fields? Could it actually lead to the Bears landing 2 generational prospects in one draft? And could there be a 4th mystery team that might just come out on top? You are a fan of keeping Justin Fields or drafting Caleb Williams, all are welcome to hit that subscribe button. But with that be, according to Broncos insider Benjamin Albright, the Bears have already made a decision on drafting Justin Fields number 1 overall. But how did we even get here with Justin Fields and the Bears be?
Oh, man. So a lot has happened the past 3 years, but I'm going to give you all a quick recap here. So Justin was drafted in the first round of the 2021 draft under then head coach Matt Nagy. Justin only started 10 games in his rookie season. The Bears struggled with him under center with a 2-8 record. Nagy was then fired after Justin's rookie season and replaced with coach defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, who brought in offensive coordinator Luke Getsy to take Justin to that next level. Justin did show some promise in the 2022 season. Even if the team did not do well, they just flat out sucked. Justin improved in almost every passing stat, and he rushed for over 1,100 yards. Following the 2022 season, the Bears did land the number 1 pick for that draft, and they traded it to the Panthers for a slew of picks and star wide receiver DJ Moore. Then, going to 2023, there was a lot of hype around Fields. You know, he had 2 years of starting underneath his belt now. He had a star wideout in DJ Moore. Some people even expect him to play at an MVP level. All in all, Fields had an up and down season. He missed about 5 games. The season ended with more of a state of like limbo around Justin. A lot of questions on if Justin is that guy moving forward. All in all, the Panthers finished with the worst record. So the Bears have, again, back-to-back number 1 picks, and they are facing a tough choice. But as you already said, it looks like Fields is going to get moved on, and they might draft a rookie quarterback.
Right. So where do we go? So where do the Bears go from here? With the Bears set to draft generational quarterback prospect Caleb Williams, the Bears will likely trade Justin to a quarterback-needy team. Reports from Albert Breer and Albright have Justin's value as high as a low first-round pick and as low as a day 2 and day 3 pick. But which teams would actually be interested in an electric but inconsistent quarterback nearing the end of his rookie deal be?
Well, so far, the teams that have been linked to Justin have been the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Atlanta Falcons, and the New England Patriots. Let's go through each team one by one here and see if there's a strong case. So the Steelers, we can remove because ownership just loves hometown hero Kenny Pickett. They aren't going to spend high draft assets just to bring in a backup quarterback. Even if they supposedly want to bring in a veteran quarterback to compete against Kenny Pickett, I just don't see that taking place where they trade the first round pick for Fields or even a second for them. So that leaves then the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. The Falcons can make a move for Fields. He's been there, like he grew up there. There's been rumors around the Falcons for a long time. They have a good amount of weapons in place, and they just need that quarterback to get back on track and back in the playoff hunt. And new head coach Raheem Morris comes from the Rams, where they have Matt Stafford in place, and he's bringing over an OC that's used to working with that style quarterback, not really a dual threat guy. Plus, the Falcons need to have a strong season before they need to start paying their star players. So I would expect them look more towards a Kirk Cousins more than a Justin Fields right now. And finally, that leaves the New England Patriots. They have a huge need after taking a different quarterback in the 2021 draft, a.k.a. Mac Jones, and they could use a quarterback who can just make magic happen with his legs because they do have a lack of a weapon core on that roster, and they have a poor offensive line play. They could also make a trade that wouldn't cost them too much to acquire Fields. So they could send their third overall pick for Justin Fields for Bears, obviously trading Fields, the 9th pick, and a third rounder. The Bears would then use the third overall pick to pair Caleb with a generational wide receiver prospect, Marvin Harrison Jr., which is how they could land two generational prospects in one draft.
Damn, that sounds very tempting, B. And that
sounds
would make
great.
a lot of sense. It sounds great. But what if I told you there's a team that made even more sense for Justin Fields, and that was the Seattle Seahawks? It was reported by Adam Schefter that Geno Smith was informed he will remain on the roster through this week, allowing his guaranteed $12 million salary to trigger. And that seems like very odd and intentional wording to me. This guy's a professional. He's a professional insider. He's pretty much just leaking information that he's told to leak. He followed that tweet up by saying, now Geno Smith will represent a value to them or any other team that decides to reach out and see if they can acquire Smith via trade. Not really subtle. So the Seahawks could be on the lookout for a new quarterback for new head coach, Mike Macdonald. And where did Macdonald come from? Baltimore, with a quarterback that has an extremely similar skill set to Justin. Seattle already has great weapons and a solid line. Fields would also pair back up with his college teammate Jackson Smith in the Jigba. The Bears would probably get pick 16 from Seattle if they send Fields a third-round pick this year and a second-round pick next year. That's placing Fields' value at about a second-round pick, which is right in the middle of what we talked about before. The Bears draft could then look like Caleb Williams, 1st overall, Malik Napers, 9th overall, and Jackson Powers Johnson, the center from Oregon, 16th overall, giving them the best draft class this year.
Man, there are so many ways this thing could play out. I don't know what's actually going to happen, but I'm excited to see what actually happens. But tell us what you all think. What place makes the most sense to land Justin Fields?
Until next time, guys, it has been the Rational Football League show.